Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 13 of Politics. I wasn't really going to do this episode, but since everybody is talking about rights, everybody's talking about the Open Chat podcast, I thought that I should also put my opinion out there. Yeah, so the recent remarks on the Open Chat podcast were, in my opinion, was simply a spark to what was already a ticking time bomb here in South Africa. The racial divide that we face in this country. And really, I think that the ruling party, the ANC, has failed to really unite us as South Africans under one common identity. And please don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to politicize this issue in any way. I'm not trying to do that. But the truth is that the ANC bears a lot of responsibility for this issue because they have been in power for 3 decades. 3 decades, and they have not done anything to really address the issue of race relations in this country. The truth of the matter is that we are a really divided country. We are really traumatized by our past. And the effects of apartheid are still visible and are stuck. We see the effects of apartheid in our daily lives. For example, when I visit white communities really dominated by white people, I just see wealth and prosperity. And when I just go down a road or opposite a forest or opposite a firm, I see a struggling black community, a poor community living in abject poverty. So we can see from this that apartheid really was the catalyst for this inequality. Apartheid was the catalyst for this inequality, and this inequality drives racial tensions. But the question now is how long are we going to keep blaming apartheid without really addressing the situation that we have? Because these situations are present problems, not past problems. We can't blame the past for the present for too long. For too long, we can't be doing that. The question is why has the ANC not uplifted blacks? Why? And also, I noticed also as well in our townships, we still refer to places as Block A or Zone 1 instead of giving those places proper names. This reflects an apartheid era system that treated black people as objects to be moved around, and we have kept it alive, unfortunately. So whenever we fill in a form or have to apply for something, like for example a job, we are often asked to declare whether we are black, white, Indian or colored. Why do we still maintain such a system? Why can't we simply identify as being a South African? And also we have laws which were meant to correct the injustices of the past. But in many ways, these laws have reinforced those injustices. The truth of the matter is that the ANC has become just like the apartheid regime, but with a black face. And I'm not disputing that apartheid was far worse, it was far worse. But the ANC has chosen to really maintain much of apartheid's oppressive structures. They keep black people poor. In fact, they keep everyone poor. They fail to build skills. They maintain this these racial classifications and also enrich only a few close to them. The Open Chat podcast utterances about the colored community were distasteful. The remarks were really bad, and as a black person, I would like to apologize on their behalf and on the behalf of the entire black community. These utterances highlighted the division and the ignorance that we have about one another as the different races. We cling on to harmful stereotypes because we don't have meaningful interactions across racial lines or cultural lines. We often choose to isolate ourselves under the banner of self determination, as in the case of some Afrikaner communities. And there are many stereotypes in there. Every culture, every race has a stereotype. And common stereotypes include, and please don't cancel me for this, please. Common stereotypes include that black people can't run countries, Zulu people are violent, white people don't bite and shower, Xhosa people are vulgar, Tsonga people practice witchcraft, Indian and white women have flat behinds, colored people are mentally unstable, that's another stereotype, all Afrikaans people are racist, all white people are rich and have farms, all black people are thieves. These are harmful lies, often spread by people with little or to no interaction with those that they choose to generalize or judge. And the truth is that in every culture and also in every race, you will find the good, the bad, and certainly the ugly. Every race has racists. Every race has kind people and cruel people, attractive people and less attractive people, tall and short, slim and plus sized. It is time that we start seeing the human in people before seeing their race. And the double standards that we have in this country are very disgusting because we talk about canceling a podcast which really meant no harm with the utterances, but they did cause harm, but then the harm was not intentional. But yet we're not canceling a politician which goes around the country singing a song calling for the killing of a cultural racial group. Who is going to cancel Julius Malema for Kill the Boer? Who's going to cancel him? Because that song is evident that that song is calling for racial hatred, calling for it is hate speech in my opinion, and I don't care what the Constitutional Court has to say. And making that argument that the Constitutional Court made this ruling, so I can now sing this song, I can now no, that is a bullshit argument because we can go back and say apartheid. Apartheid was legal. It was a legal system, but still it was wrong. Not everything that is legal is correct. And and in such matters, we need to use our moral discretion and be good people and just not sing songs which call for genocide and call for the killing of a cultural racial group. Because I'm telling you, if they made a song calling for the killing of black people, or any black people for that matter, maybe say kill the Bantu, kill the Zulu, that would make front page news and would be the scandal of the highest order. You would never hear the end of it. In South Africa, there would have been a national shutdown. So are why are we tolerating Julius Malema and also his supporters singing this song? These double standards are unacceptable, and we need to really change as black people because us being the majority in this country doesn't give us a free pass to really be racist to racial minorities. Regardless of what happened in the past, we cannot be racist to racial minorities. And where we are minorities, for example, in the USA, when something happens to a black person in the USA, we all come up and make a hoo-ha and really protest. Remember what happened to George Floyd? We all like making hoo-has, but then when a racial minority here is being threatened by a politician, we keep quiet. We need to talk about it. We need to really say, Julius Malema, stop singing the song, and also why ban a flag? Why ban a party flag and maintain the song? Why call the old South African flag hate speech, but not call a song which literally has the words kill the Boer, but we're not banning that song and calling it hate speech. this is a double standard that we have in South Africa. This is the level of thinking that South Africans have. This is the level of thinking and the caliber of thinking that people in our legal and our justice system have. They don't think. And finally, my thoughts on Gayton McKenzie and his reach out for the Open Chat podcast crew. Him trying to get them cancelled. Well, I think he was just using this as an opportunity really to distract us, the public, and also drive attention away from the entire Kenny Kunini thing. And in a way, it has been successful, but it blew up in his face. It backfired big time because people now want him gone. People no longer want him as the Minister of Sports because of some of the utterances that he made few years back, and also some of the tweets that he also posted on Twitter. Oh, Twitter, man. Yeah, Twitter. The internet never forgets. And ja, Gayton McKenzie, wapapa, wapapa. Wat gaan aan met jou, man? Ja, wat gaan aan? Wapapa, wapapa. And yeah, it backfired. And people want him gone because also he, through doing this, really managed to really drive racial division. Through his entire witch hunt, he managed to drive racial division. Coloureds and blacks are now more divided than ever because part of the reason why we are more divided is not because of open chats, but because of Gayton McKenzie and his constant peddling of the issue. And now it blew up in its face. He was trying to really save face with the Kenny Kunene thing, but it blew up in his face, and now his job is on the line. Wapapa. And then there's a song which really describes this, and it goes like, if you are what you say you are, a superstar, then have no fear, 'cause the camera's here, and the microphones, they wanna know. Yeah, so he should have kept his mouth shut. He should have kept his mouth shut and just, yeah. But now his job is on the line. And tell me what you think. Do you want Gayton McKenzie out as Minister of Sports, or do you think people who are calling for his dismissal are being unreasonable and not being racist as well? Tell me what you think on the comments below. Thank you for watching this episode, and please subscribe to our channel. If you liked this video, please like and share this video. Thank you.